Hi guys, it's Rike and welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Rike and I review a lot of activewear, so if you're into that kind of stuff, you just keep watching. Today we'll be talking about double leggings again. Why do I say again? Because I've done a video like this not too long ago and I'll link that up here for you. And you guys were super excited about this video, so you know, now that it's becoming colder and getting colder outside and you know, maybe you want to layer up because of that on your leggings. So there's also, of course, a ton of other reasons why you'd want to wear two pairs of leggings at the same time, because this is exactly what double leggings means. So yeah, when I talk about double leggings, I mean wearing two leggings at the same time. And, you know, there's a good way of choosing which two leggings to wear, because maybe, you know, you kind of want both to have like a moment at the same time. And like I said, so it's not just because it's getting colder outside and maybe you want to layer up once you leave the gym, but maybe also you work out outside. You just prefer to wear two leggings at the same time. Maybe you have these really cute mesh leggings, but they're a little too much for you. Or you have these really cute print leggings, but they're a little too much for you. Then you can do like something by layering up. It gives you a little bit more compression. It definitely gives you a lot more squat-proof coverage, or squat-proofness basically. Yeah, maybe it's just like the look that you like. Maybe it makes you feel more comfortable. Like I said, maybe it's too chilly and you train outside, or like just because going to and from the gym, you'd prefer to double up and layer up on leggings. So there's like a lot of different reasons as to why one would like to wear two pairs of leggings. And as I mentioned, I did this before and you guys really like my combinations. So now it's getting so cold outside, I got inspired to think of some more combinations, you know, and that's what we'll be talking about today. So yeah, buckle up, buckle in, whatever, and let's start with some double legging combinations. We'll start off with this pairing. We have a basic legging and a more sparkly shiny legging. The sparkly shiny leggings are going to be our base layer for the first double legging look. So these are the Buffbunny Rebel leggings in Mood Ring Holographic. So these are not available anymore, but you can get like a similar look by just taking any sparkly pair of leggings basically. So everything I want to show you today as well, like you can recreate not using the exact same leggings, but like some similar ones. Like let it be like a different sparkly legging, maybe a different slightly sheer legging or something like that. So it's not necessarily you have the exact pieces, but of course, you know, if you want this to be the exact same, then you should have them. But yeah, so the Mood Ring Holographic Rebel leggings here from Buffbunny collection are like very, very shiny, and maybe this is a little much for you, you know, so maybe then it's good to have these as a base layer. These ones have no front seam, no top seam, but we have that front glute detailing. That's very like enhancing. Obviously, we're not going to see that too much now with this as a bottom layer. But yeah, we see how sparkly and shiny these are. And that's hopefully going to like kind of peek through when this is the base layer. They're also very high-waisted. This is a performance fabric, so it's going to be very sweat-wicking, compressive for sure as well. And we are going to pair these with some Alphalete Revival leggings on top, and just a basic gray. So it's not gonna, you kind of like, you can't go wrong with like pairing these two together. I think because the basic gray obviously is not gonna like, you know, it's gonna match with the blue and the purple as well. These ones I had included in my last double legging video as well, but I feel like they're just a great piece to layer with because they're not super squat proof. They're very, very lightweight, which is what I like about them a lot. They're also very high-waisted. We do have a front seam on these, and just straight across glute seams here in the back. And yeah, they're very lightweight, which just means they're like not very thick, which also gives them less coverage for, you know, when you're squatting and stuff. And we do have some mesh panel detailing as well. So, and the mesh panel detailing obviously is going to be even less covering than the normal fabric. So my idea now is that if this is too much for you to wear by itself, but like you kind of like the sparkliness, you can pair it with like a slightly sheer pair here with like some mesh panel detailing, and the shininess is going to come through. These are not going to add too much in terms of like thickness to the legging, or to the pairing, because they're so lightweight, but they're also not going to add too much compression. So if you if you're okay with just this pair being compressive enough, which it basically is, then this is not going to add too much on top. It's still going to give you a little bit of extra warmth, but it's also going to make sure that this is not too much and just like kind of peeks through a little bit. So let's see these on. All right, first double leggings outfit, and I call this the I'm a mermaid, but I want to hide it from other people. So we have our sparkly leggings underneath. Like, they're so sparkly. And maybe, you know, you like that, but like, you don't feel confident enough to wear this, or like you don't feel comfortable to wear this to the gym, then just pair it with like a slightly sheer pair of leggings. And actually, like, you know, there's some mesh panels here on these ones, when you should be able to kind of see it through a little bit. Like, it's not super strong, it's very, very subtle. I'm not sure if it comes across on camera as well, but for sure you will be able to see like a little bit of the sparkle, especially for like the squats and stuff. Like, there is some sparkle happening that comes through, because these Alphalete leggings are definitely not very thick. They're kind of like more on the thin side, and in winter for sure too cold to wear by themselves. If you go out after the gym. So yeah, just add a little bit of sparkle to your life, but not too much. And then you have, you know, a little bit of subtle sparkle coming through. Then people might be thinking your skin is sparkly or something, when it's actually just a pair of leggings that you wear underneath. But yeah, I think it's a fun combination. I have used this one last time as well, but I mean, since it's like kind of more of a basic color and slightly sheer, it like really gives you a lot of like possibilities of what to do with it, and it's still very, very comfortable. Because these Alphalete leggings are so thin, they're a great like top layer for sure, because they don't really add any weight to it, but they do add a little bit of warmth. They do add like a little bit more compression. Although these leggings, the Rebel leggings from Buffbunny, have a lot of compression by themselves already. And like I said, I mean, if you're not comfortable to wear this, maybe you kind of want to peek a little bit more of your leggings underneath. You could still like fold the Alphalete ones over a little bit and just show off a little bit of sparkle, right? And I think you could do this with any sparkly leggings. Like, the sparkle would come through the this top layer here, and you would also see it on the waistband, obviously. But yeah, I'm actually very comfortable right now. I feel like I could do a HIIT workout or something. And I mean, I can still move, you know. I can still do all the things. So yes. All right, on to our next pairing. We'll have the same base legging as we had before, the Buffbunny Rebel leggings in Mood Ring Holographic. So something really, really sparkly. I'm not going to talk about them much more, but like, you know, again, this is still very compressive and performance-y. And I do have as the top layer the Onzie Selenite leggings in this light blue color that they launched a few years ago. But, you know, it's going to match nicely because it's going to match with the blues and this sparkly legging. So why do we have these here? They are like more cottony, not my first choice for performance stuff. And they're also light colors, so they aren't very squat proof. We also do have a front seam, and I'm assuming, like, I mean, I don't have a problem with this front seam specifically, but if you do have a problem with front seams, if we wear a legging underneath, you have like a little bit more coverage. Could also be better for that. We have straight across glute seams. We have a top seam on these as well, which I don't mind too much. It actually really makes sure they stay up. But the most interesting and fun detailing that these have is some big holes throughout the legs. So we have like basically mesh detailing here. And depending on how much you stretch this out, they're gonna get bigger and bigger. And the mesh goes quite high. So in case you're, for example, uncomfortable with this, or you'd still like to wear these in winter, and you don't want to walk around outside like this because it's a little chilly with the holes, you could pair this with these underneath. And of course, now the shimmer is going to poke through a little bit more, because especially around these holes, it's going to be pure shimmer legging coming through. But it's not going to be too much in your face, because it's still like just the small holes, and they're not everywhere. Like, it's not the whole legging up top. We just have like solid fabric. It's just like around like kind of mid-thigh basically is where they start. And yeah, I'm assuming like, you know, you can see the shimmeriness a little bit through. It's gonna be a little bit warmer than if you just wore these. And also if you feel uncomfortable, like how high the mesh goes, then doubling up is gonna be great. So let's see it on. All right, same base legging again. We have our Buffbunny Rebel legging in this beautiful like shiny mermaid style. And now we have the Onzie Selenite leggings in this beautiful light blue. And I think you can do this style with any kind of legging that has like some meshy holes, like really big mesh holes, and like a matching color shiny legging. So I picked this light blue now because it matches nicely with the blues that we can find in the shiny legging here. This is also light color, so now kind of basically I make it a little bit more squat proof as well. And you know, if you have problems with like a front seam, for example, if you wear a second legging and wear this on top, you won't have that problem either. So that's a lot of pluses already. And then on this one, we have like all these like holes, the big mesh holes. And now instead of seeing your skin through, you'll be able to see the shiny leggings through a little bit. So it's not like super like in your face. Also, if it makes you uncomfortable that like the holes go up so high on your leg and people can see your skin, you could just add a second legging. And then if you add a sparkly legging, it makes it even more interesting, you know? They are also like a great match in length right now. And you can see that you can kind of see the dark sparkly part through all the way. So that's really good. I mean, I like the Selenite leggings also with like my skin showing through, but I understand some people are a little bit more uncomfortable. When it's winter, it's kind of too cold for that. And now by adding like the sparkle, it's just like so much more fun, you know? And also, yeah, sometimes depends on how high you can pull them. Maybe you'll also be able to kind of see the sparkle up top here, but I think you could also kind of hide this if that's not your look and you just want, you know, a smooth look up here, but the doubleness obvious in other parts. And again, this is like a really, really comfortable. I think this is a warmer combination than the Alphalete and Buffbunny regular leggings that we saw before, just because the Onzie Selenite leggings are like kind of like a little bit more cottony, a little bit thicker. And yes, they have the holes, but you know, they're still like kind of a little bit thicker. I usually only would wear these for like Pilates, some yoga, like not super intense, like sweaty stuff because they're not super sweat wicking. But now that they're the top layer, and on the bottom, I have a little bit more of a performance legging. I could see myself wearing these for like a more intense and more sweaty workout for sure. And yeah, like I said, the squat proofness is also going to be improved because of this. I just think it's like so fun, like to see the sparkles through here. Like I can see it sparkling through there. I guess it depends on the light as well, if you can see it or not, but like it's fun. It's really fun. And the more sparkles you have, the better. All right, let's move on to combination number 3. We have some Buffbunny Legacy leggings, this time in rainwater blue. I think I had these in the last video as well. I'm not sure which color, but the rainwater blue is definitely one of my favorites. It's nice, very like periwinklish blue. These have no front seam, they have no top seam. We have some beautiful glue detailing here in the back, which now we're not going to see very much because these are going to be the base layer. And we also have some side seam detailing, so I'm curious to see how that, you know, if it comes through or not. Like, it's not my main goal to have the seaming detailing coming through, but it's there, it exists. These are like made from the Buffbunny Newbury fabric, so it's very soft and brushed. Really, really nice and cozy, very body hugging. They're moderate compression, so they're not like super light compression, but also not the highest compression, for sure. And we're gonna pair these with the Cleo Harper Soul leggings. And this is a print that they don't have anymore. I think this launched about a year ago. This print is called Linear, and you can see that there's like some blue stripes all across the legging. And since the stripes were blue, I was like, okay, I should have a blue legging as a base layer. So I like these leggings a lot, but they're very light colored, so that means they're definitely not squat proof. And I'm hoping to improve this by adding the rainwater blue legacy legging underneath. And like I said, because the linear leggings here have, or like, sorry, the sole leggings with the linear print have like some blue stripes, I thought blue and blue would work together very nicely. These also do have a front seam, so maybe the front seam is going to be less invasive. Also, now that we have another legging layer, we don't have a top seam, and they're like slightly tapered at the top, but not too much. Waist is nice and high. We have a golden Cleo Harper logo here, and then it's just straight across seams down here. So no glute detailing whatsoever, but we can live without it. Also no side seams or anything. So I'm pretty sure the legacy legging side seams are going to come through a little bit, but not too much. And yeah, I mean, if you have any pair of white leggings, basically, you're probably not sure about how squat proof they are, because they're definitely not. And if you want to wear them for leg day or just like out and about, and you don't want to worry about like people seeing a crack here or something like that, or your underwear there, you could just double up with like any color you like. So that's just like trying to give you an idea. It doesn't have to be this particular legging, but you know, any white or very light colored legging, you could do that. So let's see these on. All right, we have another example of a top seam legging on top of a non-top seam legging. So if you have problems with that top seam, again, like, I mean, if you wear a second legging underneath, it's not going to cut in as much for sure. So that could solve that problem. And also now we have a white legging. So the normal thing with white leggings is they're very squat proof. So, you know, if you still want to wear those, but want to feel safe in terms of like squatting and stuff, I mean, doubling up is a great idea. Now I'm wearing like my rainwater blue Buffbunny legacy leggings underneath. These are a little bit more high-waisted than the leggings I'm currently wearing, so you could kind of have, you know, them peek out a little bit like this. And I think that actually works so nicely because the Cleo Harper leggings here have that, the stripes here, you know, so it kind of like works with the pattern as well. And yes, now basically, since they have more of a blue, like the stripes are kind of blue, so I figured, you know, if I put a blue legging underneath, it's gonna match really, really nicely. I'm not worried about the squat proofness anymore. They're both a 7/8 length on me, so the Buffbunny one is not poking out underneath. You'll be able to see the seaming detailing through a little bit, but I don't think it's like super like annoying or anything. And yeah, I just think it's like, makes you feel safe. You're warm for winter. It's not gonna be not squat proof anymore. When you squat, probably the blue is gonna come through a little bit more, but that works nicely for the color that this top legging has anyway. So I would also say if you take just a white legging, you can basically decide what kind of color you want to come through underneath. Like now, obviously with like that blue stripes, the blue is kind of like, you know, it had to be blue, but like if you just have a normal white legging, you could probably go for like, I don't know, you could go for a blue, but also maybe light green. I'm not sure if I would go for like a pink or a brown, depending on your skin tone, because then it might still kind of look like it's your skin showing through when it's not. But like, you know, depends on your skin tone, obviously. But yeah, you can kind of play around with like the colors and like what the color gets basically, because white is never squat proof. So it's definitely going to shine through a little bit. So if you want to give it like a little bit of a ghost touch, you know, you could have like a green underneath or something. So, but like, it's really up to you. And I mean, here, like I said, with the pattern like being like a little bit blue, I figured I should go with blue to make it work. Yeah. But like, this is again, like such a nice soft combo. Like, I feel like really warm. I have a little bit more compression, but it's not bad at all or anything. And I still feel like these could be great for like yoga or something, because both of the layers are like super soft. So like, I mean, the top fabric is like a really soft fabric, and then here we have a soft fabric as well. If you don't want the rainwater blue leggings to show through, you could still like kind of fold them over just a little bit. So it's not a must, obviously. And yeah, I mean, it's very, very nice. It's like, I feel like it's so soft, you know? And it's like wearing a weighted blanket, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, for sure, I'm not worried about the squat proofness anymore. And I think that's the main thing, like about white leggings usually. So yeah. All right, moving on to our next combination. We've done a lot of blues now, a lot of like colder colors. And usually when it gets cold outside, I tend to gravitate a little bit more towards warm colors, like nice reds. And that's what we're going to continue with. So our next base layer are the Buffbunny Rosa leggings in this beautiful Mirage Gold Bossy colorway. These are a very simple pair of leggings, so they're going to be a great base layer because there's no seams kind of like coming through or anything, because they don't really have a lot of seaming detailing. So that's gonna be nice. We have no front seam, no top seam. You have that slight V there in the waistband. They're very high-waisted. And then in the back, we just have like curved glute seams, and that's it. Like also very simple curved glute seams, but very effective. They just make your butt look nice and good. No side seams or anything else. So like they're very, very simple indeed. And you know, maybe you're like, oh, I like this colorway, but the print's a little much for me. Then you could put them at the bottom. Or my main reason for using these now is because these are the top leggings. They're very light and beige. These are the Amon Luxe seamless leggings in beige, and it's just like it's a very pretty color, but it's also a very light one. So they're definitely not 100% squat proof, and if I want to wear them for leg day, maybe adding like a nice other warm color underneath is gonna be really good. So the Luxe seamless leggings are nice and high-waisted. We have some fake seam detailing, the Amon logo here. Definitely also fake front seam, so it's not a real front seam. This is also no top seam here, and these are just so insanely comfortable. They're not ribbed or anything, but they're structured throughout, and you can also see the beige is like kind of like not a solid color, but a little bit like, you know, not solid. So, and I thought, you know, they already have like a little bit of depth because the color isn't solid, that maybe if we add like something with a print underneath, it's also going to be nice. And you'll probably see that through a little bit. I think the warm colors fit nicely together. I've recently reviewed the similar leggings. The Luxe Seamless are kind of my favorite from Amon. So I can link that video up here for you in case you're interested. And I think the beige is actually really nice. I'm not a nude colored legging person, but like these kind of won me over. But yeah, like I said, there's definitely a downside to it because they're so light colored, they're not squat proof. But I'm kind of excited to see these two together. Like I said, I think it really matches nicely. And let's see these on. All right, now we have the Amon leggings here, the Luxe seamless leggings in this beautiful beige color paired with the Rosa Buffbunny leggings in this very warm Mirage Gold Bossy. And they're both two very warm tones, so I think that's why, you know, I kind of wanted to match these. The beige leggings are a little light, so they're not 100% squat proof. And again, you know, if I wanted to wear them for a leg day, this actually might be a good option. The top leggings now, the Amon ones, are very, very high-waisted and even more so in the back. So if you wanted to show off the Rosa leggings, you could probably only do it in the front. If that's like not your jam, again, you could just, you know, tuck it away and just walk like this. But I think like the warm colors just match really, really nicely. And this beige is not really a solid color, so it's kind of a little bit marled, and it has a little bit of texture or like a little bit of structure and a little bit of depth because of that. But like kind of the bossy print here that we can see will add a little bit more depth to the whole thing, I think. So you can't see it through extremely at all because, I mean, they're not that see-through, but like you might be able to tell a little bit in some areas, maybe around the thighs, that there is like some more depth to these leggings now. And obviously when you squat, you're probably going to see a little bit more. Definitely like some of the red, maybe also a little bit of the gold through, but I don't think it's going to shine through or something. It's not going to shimmer through, but you'll be able to tell that there's like a little bit something going on with the base leggings. So if you, for example, like the, you know, the gold bossy, but it was a little bit too much for you, you could kind of show it off like that. Or if you don't actually like that they have a print underneath, you could just pair this with like a nice solid color, like a nice warm red, a solid colored red, and you'd still feel like, you know, much, much safer for leg day. So that's pretty good. None of these have a top seam, and actually both of these now have glute detailing. So the other ones we looked at so far, it was always the bottom leggings that had some more glute detailing going on. So you might have been able to see like a little bit of the seams from the glute detailing through. when I first looked at it, I thought it was my underwear, you know, but like it was really seams from the glute detailing. And now we have glute detailing on both of the leggings. So we have like this nice deep V here, and we have it on both leggings. So actually they line up quite nicely, and I don't think you'll be able to tell very much anymore that there is a second legging underneath from the seam detailing at least. So the Rosa leggings underneath also don't have side seams or anything, so it's also not going to distract from the fake seam detailing that we have here, because it's actually really nice. I like that fake seam detailing a lot. It's a fake front seam. We have some fake seam detailing going down here and in the back. And yeah, the side seams are not going to poke through anything because the bottom legs don't have side seams. So yeah, and I just like the warm colors together, I think is really nice. And as I mentioned in the beginning, like for leg day, these are probably not the best ones, the beige, but like now with like a second legging underneath, you know, it's really not that bad. I also do have a very similar colored Luxe seamless legging. So this exact one in like more of a color like this. So if you really wanted to play it safe, you could just pair these on top. And the Amon leggings are actually quite thick, but they're also very stretchy. And they're not super thick so that it would be too warm, but like you'd still get like a little bit of extra warmth than now with the Nuver fabric and the Amon Luxe ribbed seamless fabric here. Sorry, not Luxe ribbed, it's just Luxe seamless fabric. But yeah, I think like the colors match so nicely together. Like it's kind of like a more warm toned situation. So yeah. All right, we're gonna continue on with some warmer tones. We again have the same base leggings, so we're gonna use the Buffbunny Rosa legging and this Mirage Gold Bossy again. As I already mentioned, they have like no seam detailing, nothing really going on except for that glute detailing. So they're a perfect lower layer basically because they're not gonna come through too much. And we're gonna pair these with the Buffbunny Monarch leggings in Mirage. So these ones have a V waist detail, and these are quite high-waisted, but I know that there are some other V waist leggings that do come quite low, maybe below your belly button, and maybe that's a little much for you, but you still kind of like the look of them. Then you could pair those with another legging at the bottom that will peek through, you know. I mean, you'll see better what I mean when I put these two on, but they're gonna be, I think it's gonna be great. I mean, they're also like, they match perfectly because they are the same base color. It's just here, this one has the gold on top, and otherwise they're the exact same color. I know it looks very, very different, a little lighter here with the gold on top, but believe me, they're the same color. They're also recently launched in the Secrets in the Sand collection. I think these ones are definitely still available, the ones with the gold bossy detailing. But I'll link the Secrets in the Sand Buffbunny video up here in case you're interested. But yes, these also have a lot more detailing going on, except, I mean, of course, I know the V-waist is already like a lot of detailing. For some people, no front seam, no top seam. In the back, we have this beautiful glute detailing that we already saw on the Legacy leggings, but now we're actually going to see it because these leggings are going to be on top. And we also do have two side pockets. So side pocket number 1, and then obviously on the other side pocket number 2. So you can still use the pockets. You can still enjoy like a little bit of a cross waist. You can still enjoy the glute detailing while still feeling maybe a little bit more safe, a little bit more secure with another layer at the bottom. And I will also say that these by themselves are not super squat proof either. So like layering them together is gonna make them really, really good and really functional. Let's see this on. All right, we again have the Mirage Gold Bossy Rosa legging at the bottom, but now we have the Mirage Monarch legging on top. So we have a cross waist, which obviously is going to show off that lower legging, that bottom pair a little bit more. And I don't know how it is for you guys. Like, I mean, these are very high-waisted, but sometimes there's cross-waist leggings that just go all the way down there underneath your belly button. And maybe you like them because of the color, the print, because they feel good, but like it's a little bit low for you. You could pair it with like a matching color legging at the bottom that has a straight waist, and you could still show off like the cross waist, still get like a little bit of like something from the cross waist, but also do have like something that covers you here. You know, like I guess maybe that's a perfect combination. Now these of course match super nicely because it's the same base color, just with these ones we have the gold bossy print on top, and the Monarch leggings here are just the Monarch, the Mirage color. But I think it's such a cute look. Like you kind of have to adjust it a little bit, especially because like these are also gonna roll down, but you're still gonna see the Rosa legging underneath it a little bit. And also if the gold again is a little bit much for you, then maybe this is the way for you to wear it. I don't know. Because it just looks like I'm wearing one legging, but then you have this. And I feel like, especially if you nail the colors really well, people are going to question if you're actually wearing two leggings or not. Like, the Rosa leggings have very, very limited detailing. Again, the glute detailing lines up perfectly. And then we have side seams here. We have the pockets, which the Rosa leggings don't have anyway, so you really wouldn't be able to tell. Except for this part. And again, like I said, if you nail the colors, people might actually question if this is not just like the way the waistband was designed maybe. So yeah, and I mean, I like the Monarch leggings because they have this beautiful glute detailing here. The Rosa leggings are a little bit more simpler there. We do have the pockets in case you like pockets on your leggings. These would be great for you as well. This specific color also was not very squat proof. So again, we're gonna make them a little bit more leg day safe, you know. This way. And yeah, you have a cross waist, but you still have like a little bit of extra detailing, so it's not super cross waist anymore. But like, it's a cute way of showing off that legging at the bottom. These are both Nuber fabric now, so they still feel like super nice and light, but it's definitely a little bit warmer. They're both 7/8 length, so they're aligned perfectly at the bottom as well. And yeah, again, like super stretchy. I can still do everything I want to do. And, you know, maybe if you squat again, you'll be able to see the gold a little bit through. But I would doubt that it looks like it's not squat proof now, because when it turns a little bit sheer, everything that's going to pop up is the Mirage color, which is the exact same color as our top legging here. So yeah, I think that's actually a great combination. All right, I have one more combination for you. We have, as the base layer, another Alphalete OG Revival leggings, this time in this fun pink color. It's more of a summery color, but you know, it's still very fun. And again, these are a very lightweight pair of leggings. They're not very squat proof. They have some mesh panel detailing, but this time we're not gonna use them as the top legging, but we're gonna use them as the bottom legging. So these don't have a lot of compression. That's why usually, I mean, they're probably really, really nice, or like the nicest probably to pair on top. But this time I kind of wanted them for like a lightweight bottom layer to like just kind of shine through and maybe, yeah, poke through a little bit. They're very high-waisted as well. We don't really have any glute detailing or anything. But yeah, we have the mesh panel detailing. And I mean, they're just great for HIIT workouts if you don't mind too much about the squat proofness issue. And we're going to pair these with the Pursue Fitness Impulse leggings on top. So these ones are dark and you're like, okay, but then how can you see the pink through? Well, these are a little less high-waisted, so the pink is gonna poke through at the top of the waistband. And B, look at all this detailing that these have. I think these are a super fun pair of leggings. They are like, you know, trying to like be flattering without like any weird scrunches or anything. Like, so in the back also, it's trying to like kind of give you some glute detailing without trying to give you a scrunch. But of course also now that we have like some lighter patches here, the lighter patches are not as squat proof as the darker patches are. So when you squat, I think the pattern is distracting enough that if you squat with like a new thong, it's not going to be so bad. But if you squat and you're wearing like some very colorful underwear, because that's what you like to do, then you'll probably kind of still see it through. So if you pair it with a colorful legging underneath, the colorful legging is going to shine through, and that's it, you know? So that's the idea behind this. This one, this pair is a little bit more compressive than this pair, so that's going to be like maybe a little bit tougher to put this on top than if we had done it the other way around. But this way you can still take full benefit of the fun detailing that these leggings have while being sure that they will be squat proof enough. So let's see this on. All right, this is a very dark outfit for me, a lot of black again, but there's of course a colorful twist. So I underneath am wearing some pink leggings. As you can see, these are the Alphalete leggings again, the revivals that you saw in the beginning. And this time we have them in pink. And on top we have the Pursuit Fitness legging here with this fun detailing in the bag, which I think is flattering without like you having to like shove some fabric into your crack, you know? So I think it's still flattering for the glutes. And of course it's black, but in the bag, exactly where you squat, you know, it's a little bit lighter because of the pattern they put on these. And while I think for squatting, usually, like the pattern does distract. So if you wear nude underwear, you're gonna be fine. I do know that these are not exactly super squat proof in that area, you know? So why not add a fun little color underneath? It doesn't have to be pink. It could also be like a blue or something. And the revivals here are like super high-waisted. I mean, the Pursuit Fitness ones are also still high-waisted, but the revivals are even higher. And you can actually fold them over here, fold them over the other waistband. I think that's fun. Maybe you have to kind of adjust, like if it's a little bit more, a little bit less. We do get some nice compression. Now we have the lighter compression leggings at the bottom. So of course, it's going to be a little bit harder to put these on top of the revivals than if I had done it the other way around. But this way you get like the full pattern still, you know? And like I said, this way you also get like a little bit more squat proofness in this area here. It's going to be a little bit more pink. Again, of course, if I had chosen a different color, it might be a little bit more clear that it's not my skin showing through. But, you know, if you know that it's not your skin, I think that is what counts the most. I do get quite a good amount of compression here, like around my thighs, some in the waist, but it's not too much actually. It's actually quite good. We do have a 7/8 length on both of these. And yeah, like whenever you bend, you might be able to see a little bit more pink through than before. And again, if you just pair this with like a different color, or if you say the pattern you like it, but it's too much for you, you could also, of course, switch it around, put the other color on top and maybe have the pattern come through a little bit much more. But like, I think it's, you know, I think it's a different twist on like trying to like make a seamless legging a little bit more flattering. So I think it's fun. I also think it's fun how it looks in the front. Kind of looks like you're wearing like super high knee boots or like long socks or something. And it's just a little bit different. But yeah, the wider areas, not super squat proof. So that's how you can help it. All right, it's conclusion time. So I think it was super fun again to think of different combinations. I hope you liked my ideas. As I mentioned, you don't really need to have the exact specific leggings again, but you know, it could help with some things, but also what I was saying with the V-waist leggings, for example, the Buffbunny Monarch leggings. These ones are quite high-waisted, but maybe you really do have a pair that's quite low in the front and you kind of want to wear it, but also you want to feel a little bit more comfortable, then you could really pair that with like a different legging underneath to still give you that V-waist. So there's definitely like a lot of different options with the two different combinations I showed you with the shiny leggings. You can probably take any pair of shiny leggings. If you take like a reddish color, you might even be able to pair it with like a pink legging on top or something. Not with the blue like I did now because I chose the blue and the gray because of the blue and purple shimmers. So yeah, it's really up to you. I'm just trying to give you some ideas. I hope you enjoyed them. Let me know which combination you like the most, which one you're excited to try. Maybe you have some double leggings combinations that you really like. Do let me know in the comments down below. You can of course also follow me on Instagram and you can DM me there and let me know there. But I'm way more likely to see your comments here on YouTube. So also, if you have any questions ever, any suggestions, any feedback, just leave it down here and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Yes. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, give it your thumbs up. Also, if you want, you can subscribe to my channel so you get notified about all the upcoming videos. And yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun. I hope this is something, you enjoy watching. If you want to see more of this in the future, also do let me know. And yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.